first matchup today was a pitching matchup. Obviously, in the park in the mid, he's off to a good start here early.
It's good.
This year, and I'm sure Connor's going to come out here. He's going to pitch a good game, and then for the Rocks, I mean, they're gonna have a tough matchup with the Panthers too. They obviously have had a lot of success in the Big Six lately, and it's been a team that the Panthers have struggled with lately as well. So
yeah, last year UT put 2-3-0 leads in their doubleheader at Rock Island, and then in the regional final lost 3-0, or the regional semifinal. This here's a pickoff, botched there by McDaniel, and going to second will be Faramelli. So he will advance on the ball that gets by him on the pickoff attempt by Gunneman. Logan McDaniel, the sophomore at first base this year, without Mitch Schneider and without Clayton Kelly this year. Obviously, a hole that UT is going to have to try to find a way to fill this season.
yeah, I mean, Mitch Schneider decided not to return this year, and they had high hopes for Clayton Kelly, just to come to find out that he needed knee surgery and he was going to be out for the year. So now they got to throw a sophomore in there. It's a good learning experience for him. So hopefully in the long run he'll play up for the Panthers.
On down the first baseline, throwing the first and out is Paul Sanders. He advanced Faramelli to third, so already through two batters, one gone. Faramelli to third, and Rock Island already attempting to score runs here early in this ball game.
Yeah, and I mean that's just good small ball right there by the Rocks. They caught a break. Faramelli was off at first, but now he finds himself at third after the sacrifice bunt. They're in a prime position right here. Maybe a sac fly to bring that runner into third.
Up now, number 5, Zach Chapman for Rock Island. The pitcher in front of him is swung on and fouled back. Game 1 of the Western Big Six season. UT comes in at 3-2. This is only their second home game. They lost a 1-0 game to Sherrard on Tuesday. Thursday they picked up a 12-2 win at Richwood's ball just outside to the righty Chapman. Connor Gunneman, a guy that really gets to work early, doesn't waste time out there on the mound, really gets after guys. There's a pitch there, swung on in, grounded to short. Lucan is bad throw and gets away from McDaniel, so Chapman's going to advance to second. 2 errors already by UT, and it's already 1-0 here for Rock Island.
Yeah, now the Rocks find themselves with another runner in scoring position. Gunneman working himself into a little bit of trouble here, but
So it's already
part of that has been the fielders behind him.
So George Cullen now the catcher, filling in for the injured Jake Scudder for Rock Island. Probably one of the best power hitters in the Big Six, if not the best power hitter in the Big Six. Not playing this year due to a knee injury. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. One thing that UT do not want to have is play behind in this ball game, and already early with only one caught in the top half of the first. It's already a 1-0 ball game. Here's the pitch from Gunneman, shot hard and fouled back right here in front of us. So to the count, Gunneman's going to try to sit this guy down. Matt Erickson in the on deck circle for Rock Island. Zach Chapman at second. 0-2 count. Pitch is high for ball 1-2.
And if you're Gunneman right now, I mean, obviously you want to find a way to get this guy out, but also keep that runner on second base.
Yeah, you don't want to try to get an infield ground out possibly here to make sure he does not advance, or a fly ball that's shallow enough that he doesn't tag up. Here's a shot down the third baseline, fair ball. Here comes Chapman, rounding third. He will score easily, and that is a double from the cleanup hitter, Cullen George. And already Rock Island on the board. It's 2-0 here against the Panthers. Not the start that they wanted at all.
Yeah, not the start that the Panthers wanted, but I mean, the Rocks couldn't ask for much more, coming out and getting 2 quick runs here with only 1 out. And now they got another guy at second. So, once again, threatening.
Yeah, very, very tough start here for UT. Haley Gaston is a pitch runner. Chris running here for Cullen George. So now Erickson, the pitcher today for UT trying to get out of this scrum. Swung on a miss there by Erickson. Again, last year UT and Rock Island played two very good games in the doubleheader at Rock Island last year in conference play. leads in both games. Lost the first game in extras, lost the second game on a walk-off in the 7th. And then here's a attempted bunt by Erickson, foul. Postseason game between Erickson and Douglas. Great game. Went 9 innings. Rock Island ended up winning 3-0. All 3 runs were scored in the top half of the 9th by U.T. And also Rock Island got out of that great jump for Erickson. Great game to watch. And now let's see as Gunnerman steps off the mound here on the 0-2 count. Let's see how that lingers in this ball game at all, if at all.
Yeah, and I mean, you think that breaking loss in the postseason against the Panthers would come up with a bit of motivation. So,
shot by Erickson, foul ball. So it's 2-0 Rock Island right now here in the top half of the first showing alongside with Tanner Rowe. Only one gone here in the top half of the first inning. Gunnerman from the stretch, 0-2. Pitch to Erickson is swung on and missed, strike 3. As Gunnerman sets his first guy down to the day. Now stepping up to the plate is number 14, that's Trey Siegel. Get to see him in the baseball uni today after a long season in the basketball uniform. Now he wants to bring his actions outside of the baseball field. See how he works on the diamond this year. First conference at bat for Siegel. Pitch by Gunnerman is outside. High outside for ball number 1. 1-0 the count on Siegel. Connor going to look to try to get out of this without any more damage already done. Here's the pitch from Gunnerman low for ball 2. Count the sequence. Obviously, you do not want to walk in this situation. Trying to get as many guys out as you can, especially now down in a hole, down 2-0 here early.
yeah, and I mean, you definitely want to face their first 6 batters.
And then for strike 1, Gunnerman finally gets a strike on the inside part of the plate to the righty Siegel. Grant Myers on base for the Rocks. Take the base in. Runners now on first and second with Myers coming up to the plate.
If we can take out of that, because now they take a force out at any base besides.
Yeah, you're right. That does help out a lot in this. I mean, it helps in this situation. Righty Myers trying to add on. Nothing lead here in the top half of the first inning. Gunnerman swinging missed. High and inside fastball there by Guns. We've been talking the last couple days about this, so I guess the thing is he can answer the other side. Pitch there. Gunnerman throws a strike.
Definitely isn't the start that Connor expected. A couple runs that probably shouldn't have happened.
Right.
A few errors by the Panthers here early in this game.
Yeah, especially a bad throw by someone that never makes an error in Luke. And there's a pitch swung on a miss. Strike number 2. So 1-2 the count here to Myers. Gunnerman going to try to get out of this top half. Down 2-0. Runners on first and second. Stretch the pitch is swung on and missed. That's the 3rd strike. Gunnerman strikes out 2, but the damage was done early. On a couple RBIs on a couple of players too. So after the top half of the first, it is 1-0 or 2-0. Welcome back, Joe. Rock Island got 2 runs in the top half of the first inning. U.T. going to start their game at the dish. What do you think? What are you expecting here at the beginning of this lineup for U.T. to try to answer back what Rock Island did in that top half of the first?
So what you want to do is get your leadoff man on, and hopefully the guys behind him will bring him around to score. You really got to get to Erickson here early, as he's going to be feeling good now with a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Erickson's had a lot of good games already this year. He had a game with 14 strikeouts already this season. Here's a pitch. First pitch of the game in there for 1. interesting to see, though. Like you said, if they can get to Erickson early, Erickson's got to obviously is going to be feeling comfortable after the start that they had. Check swing.
He said he went.
He did say he went. It's 1 and 2 to Harris.
It's just so critical right now that the leadoff hitter Harris gets on base.
Yeah, in any way, shape, or form, there's a pitch. High for ball 2, so 2 and 2 the count. Erickson last year went all 9 innings for Rock Island in the regional semifinal against UT. Pitched an outstanding game, no runs in the shutout 3-0 win. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed by Harris. One gone here in the bottom of the first. Now it's Allen, the sophomore.
And that's exactly the start Erickson wanted out there on the bump. Tire the first batter. Swinging strikeout. Now that brings the sophomore Halligan up, so we'll see. We'll see if he can get something going here against Erickson.
Pitch from Erickson. Ground ball in the middle. Second out. Pitcher Connor going to try to top half of the first.
Gunnerman's a guy who really likes to hope his ball out there in the dish, so he might see something.
First pitch swung on down. Easy ground ball fielded there. Steps on first for the out. So 1-2-3 inning for Erickson to start just like he wanted.
See the rock star. There's 3 outs.
Thought they knew there were 3 outs. So anyway, after 1 inning, it is 2-0 here. This is a production of FTP Sports. Hello, welcome back. Joined alongside me, Tanner Rose. We're about to start the 2nd inning of baseball here at United Township. Rock Island and UT, first game of the Big Six season between the Rocks and the Panthers. A rematch of last year's regional semifinal here at UT, where the Rocks ended up winning that game 3-0. In the first inning, Rocky got off to a fast start, a 2-0 lead. Here as we start the second. First pitch from Gunnerman high for ball number 1. All right, now UT just going to try to do anything to slow down the Rock Island bats. Had a couple bad defensive plays. Here's a pitch swung on and missed by Erickson, 1-1.
I mean, after 3 quick outs there by the Rocks, or 3 quick outs there by the Panthers, I mean, they really got to keep their composure out there. Just because they can come out and put runs on themselves, they can't get frustrated with themselves after that.
Yeah, you're right. And just got to look at last year's game. UT got up to a pretty good start. They got up to a 3-0 lead in both games in the regular season meetings last year. That pitch is high. 2-2 the count. But like I said, they were down 3-0 in both games. They come back and the game's over until it's over. So a lot of ball left to be played. Ball under repair. So you're on this 3-2 pitch to Erickson, trying to get the first out of the inning. Pitch is inside, or they're going to call the strike. No strike 3, down goes Erickson. Look at that's the 3rd strike for Erickson. Pitch might not have thought that was a strike. I didn't think it was a strike at first, but
Yeah, it looked a little inside.
yeah,
And
they called the 3rd strike, but nonetheless we'll take it as Gunnerman strikes out the first 9 innings. Let's see if Connor can get into a groove now and just hope the runs can file in. Wind up in the pitch from Sticks. Swung on and missed there by Peters. 0-1.
yeah, and I mean, Connor struck out. He ended last inning striking out the last batter, and he started this one off striking out the last batter. So
He's back. That pitch is there.
if he can get his composure going out there, maybe the offense will follow his lead.
3 straight pitches, 3 straight swings and misses by Peters. So Gunnerman strikes out the first 2 of this half inning. And when Connor Gunnerman gets into a groove, it's a scary thing to watch for opposing teams. High fly cover, have to run all the way from short over to the third base side of this foul territory. As he retires from really quick, 3 outs there. Now it's all about UT. They can get the bats going on the other end. Joey Clark's out to be Tanner Rowe after ending in half. It is 2-0 Rock Island. Welcome back, Joey Clark's out to be Tanner Rowe as UT going to try to bounce back after a sluggish first inning. Connor Gunham got things going in the top half of the second with 2 strikeouts. And Bryce Lucan ended the half inning with a nice defensive play. Now Mitch Ellison coming in for UT. The junior second baseman. First pitch by Erickson outside for ball 1. And now the thing for UT, kind of looks like he's in a groove now with the Panthers on the mound. Now the thing is for UT to try to get Erickson out of his groove.
Yeah, and I mean, to do that, they're going to want to go up to the plate and work the count, get his pitch count to rise up there.
Try to get him
his arm out a little bit. And see if they can get those bats going.
Because in the 9-inning game last year, he really was slowing guys down in every inning. So it's not like his pitch count was getting up there. It's the first 3 pitches, a couple outside, and that one's low, so it's 3-0. You got to think Ellison's going to want to watch this one go by unless it's right down the heart of the plate. The pitch from Erickson to Ellison is high and inside for ball 4. So on 4 straight pitches, a walk, and now Lucan comes up in the 5 spot for UT, the guy on the first base runner for UT in this ball game.
That's the start you want if you're the that leadoff hitter on base and have him cause a little trouble over there on first base.
Yeah, you're right, Ellison. I don't want to try to put the steal sign at him, but looking very good at the dish. The switch hitter batting left. Ellison going for the steal. The throw to second is not in time. Ellison is safe, so now UT has a runner in scoring position. And 1-0 the count on Lucan. So now UT starting to find their way, it seems now, is looking at the plate, going to try to bring this guy home and cut the lead in half.
He's looking at something right in his wheelhouse. I can take it right now. He's struggle to find the strike zone.
That's 6 straight balls there as he walked Ellison on 4 pitches in the first batter. The first 2 high and outside. I'm looking here, so it's 2-0. From Erickson. And there for the first strike, 2-1.
And that's a good take there, though, by Lucan. Now that first strike's been thrown, Lucan can get the bat off his shoulder and see if he can drive it from second.
Here's a pitch from Erickson. Left it hanging, but too high. Looking to try to take anything at it. So it's 3-1. With Derek Wessels in the on-deck circle. From the stretch, Erickson trying to get Lucan out. 3-1 the count. Ellison at second. Here's the pitch. And it is struck there, but a foul ball. Landing almost onto the tennis courts here, right behind us. So now the count is full. Lucan gonna want anything he can get a hold of here. Try to drive Ellison in. From the stretch, Erickson. Here is the pitch, and swung on there. A shot to center field, and it is gonna fall. Ellison rounding third, or he's gonna be held up at third, and a nice hit there by Lucan. And now runners on the corners with Wessels coming up to hit, with none gone here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Yeah, and Wessels is a guy who can do damage at the plate. He's got ducks on the pond here, so.
Yeah, no kidding. Runners at the corners.
They'll look to see if he can add a couple RBIs to his stat sheet.
Going to try to do something. Here's number 5, Derek Wessels, stepping into the box. Runners on the corners, none gone here. Erickson in a jam. Here's the pitch high for ball 1.
And I'll tell you what, if you're Erickson, you definitely would trade a double play for a run right here.
Yeah, no kidding. Anything to get the bases empty. That'd be huge for Rock Island. Right now, he's starting to feel the momentum. Here's a pickoff move to first. Trying to keep the runner honest. Bottom half of the second inning. Runners on the corners. 1-0 the count. Wessels in the box. Let's see if Erickson can try to get out of this jam. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. try to get nice contact to try to bring Ellison in. It's looking possibly third base.
Well, I mean, obviously Erickson hasn't thrown into the strike zone this inning too well, so.
Another example there, pitch high and outside for ball 2. So it's 2 on the count.
Here, I mean, just I'm expecting a ball, but at the same time,
you just got to do what Bryce did pretty much, wait for something in your wheelhouse. And there's a pitch that was high, and Wessel's trying to take a big swing at that one, 2 to the count.
we saw Lucan hold on one of those in his at bat.
You just got to be patient on them.
Yeah, those are the pitches that you lick your chops when you see it coming, but kind of gotta watch it go by though.
Runners on the corners trying to get some runs. Here's a pitch, swung on and grounded down the line. Foul ball.
And had that been fair, I think all the runners would have been safe as it was booted down there at third base.
Yeah, it was booted by Sanders, so I mean, it would have been a late Christmas present for UT, like 4 months late, but it still would have been nice. And this is something the last year, especially in the regional game against Rock Island, where UT got guys on base and they couldn't capitalize. So this is very important that they get some here. Here's the pitch and swung on, down and over the third baseman. Ellison's going to score. Lucan's going to round second, heading for third. He gets held up again. And a nice RBI single there by Wessels down the third baseline. So now runners on first and second with the sophomore first baseman Logan McDaniel left the day. It's 2-1 and they cut the lead in half.
Started with Ellison taking that walk in the first at bat of this inning for the Panthers.
And now Eric, it's going to be it's 2-1. Here's the pitch high, pitch missed there by McDaniel. See if Logan can take it. Here on the sophomore.
If I'm Erickson, I'm looking to see if I can get him to bite on that high pitch again.
You're right. He already got it twice, so now why not try to get a third time? And swung on and missed again by McDaniel. So he strikes the first out here in the inning. So now it's Sparks the catcher for the Panthers. Let's see what he can do here with guys on first and second. Obviously, the one thing that Rock Island is dying for is the one thing Rock Island or UT doesn't want to happen, and that's a double play ball.
Yeah, that would definitely be a killer, but I mean, they could be picked up a run. I was going to say before the first pitch, I was expecting Esparza to take there. Good job by him. He's a 4-year varsity starter, so he's been in this game before.
Yeah, this is nothing new to him at all. Erickson from the stretch. The 1-0 count. Another at bat here. Do it there. Just find something. Takes it high for ball 2.
Yeah, I mean,
Hard to get balls out of the infield in that regional game, and it was pretty much like this. And it was blown very hard. Here's the pitch from Erickson, swung on and it jumped over short. The throw to third is in time for the second out of the inning.
and I mean, the Panthers caught a little bit of a break there. Ground ball in the infield,
Yeah,
one turn for 2, so now the runner from second with a well-hit single.
Yeah, Brian Skaggs, the third baseman for UT in the 9 spot. Gonna try to get something going here. He did get a run here in spot half. So we got a chance here. It's a inside. Ball number 1. So Skaggs 1-0. And this is what you were talking about at the beginning before the inning started. Guys really getting into the count, working Harrington's pitch count very high and very fast, especially in this inning. Shot foul right behind him. The plate.
Yeah, and I mean, even if the Panthers only come out of this inning with one show for it, they picked up somewhat of a victory here by working Erickson's pitch count, getting in his head a little bit here early.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how fast it takes him. A chopper right back to Erickson. Erickson, the throw to first, is in time. So after 2 innings, UT cuts the lead in half. Very solid half inning for the Panthers. Just in case. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Joe Mink alongside me, Tanner Rupp. After 2 innings, we're about to start the top half of the third. Rock Island leads 2-1. Rocky got 2 in the top half of the first, very quickly too. And UT answers back with a run in the bottom of the second. So play so far in this ball game.
Yeah, the Panthers did a good job of extending the bottom half of that second inning. So now, after what looks like Gunnerman getting into a little bit of a groove here, we'll see how he comes out here to start this third inning.
First pitch from Gunnerman is tipped, foul ball. First batter in this top half of the third is Paul Sanders for Rock Island. The third baseman for the Rocks. 0-1 the count already. Gunnerman from the windup is in there for strike 2. And Connor, just like we said earlier, when he gets in the groove, man, it's dangerous for other teams because once he starts getting comfortable out there on the mound, he starts mowing guys down real quick. There's a shot. Nice hit up the middle there by Sanders just as we start talking about him. Sanders answers back with a laser up the middle.
Yeah, and I mean, that's exactly what the Rocks needed.
Yeah, especially after that bottom half of the second.
But with the way that Gunnerman's getting ahead in the count here over these last inning and a third, really, the Rocks have put themselves in a little bit of trouble if he keeps this up.
You're right, and I mean, he looked good there until Sanders got a piece of that ball inside. Zach Chapman up now for Rock Island. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Rock Island going to try to answer what U.T.H.S did now in the bottom of the second, try to get runs back on their own. Here's a pitch from Gunnerman. Fly ball to the right into foul territory, and it is not going to be caught there by Wessels as it falls.
We saw it last inning with the play that Lucan made in the infield.
The wind carried that ball too.
Yeah, and it's going to make it tough for the Steelers to catch fly balls today.
Especially in this first game.
You could definitely see a situation in this one where a fly ball, what would usually be a routine fly ball, might drop in, and it could cost either one of these teams today.
Yes, the way this, I mean, you just got to start finding out how to win here, basically, and the more the game goes on, the players are going to be accustomed to it. But right now, especially with it just starting to get going, and the way that it's going and then stopping, it could affect guys during this ball game. Here's Gunnerman. The pitch is on and knocked back. So 1-2 to count now. To Chapman.
Gunnerman ahead in another count, so he's working to his favor right now.
Yeah, he's really starting to, he's got to get this guy out. Here's the pitch from Gunnerman, outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count now. UT would love a double play ball right here if Gunnerman can't get him out swinging. Just trying to keep the runner honest. Connor has that wild pickoff move. Third base coach complaining about a possible balk move by Gunnerman.
And we saw the third base coach had come in just a couple pitches previous. Maybe that's what he was talking about. I don't know.
Here's a shot down the third baseline. Skaggs can't get to it. Sent out. Runners on first and second now for Rock Island, and this is just what we wanted to answer the bottom half of the second. And again, the top half of the order, especially guys like Chapman and Sanders getting back on base here for the Rocks.
Yeah, I mean, this top half of the order has done a good job of that, but Gunneman's still working at counts here, so
He's just got to start finishing.
exactly.
As far as giving the signs to his players. As far as he gives a sign to Gunneman from the stretch. Here is the pitch, and it is swung on. A shot there to the right. It's backing up, and it is bouncing, and it hops to the fence. Rounding third is Sanders, and he will score a RBI double for Cullen George, and the guy that's stepping in for Jake Scudder doing a very good job, 2 for 2 with a couple RBIs here in this ball game.
Yeah, and I mean, stepping in for Scudder, those are big shoes to fill, but he's doing a good job of it here in this Western Big Six opener.
Yeah, great job for him. So they put the lead back up to 2. It's 3-1. Now they're going to come out and talk to Gunneman after having a great second inning. Really just not seeming to get. He starts out good in the count, but the thing is, it seems like he can't finish.
Yeah, and I mean, you gotta give some credit to the Rocks. They're really finding a way to drive these balls.
That was a shot by George, or by Cullen George. He put that in and skipped to the fence and went over Wessel's head. That was a very hard shot that went over Wessel's out there in right field.
Yeah, you gotta think if you take the out of this game, that might have been a ball that might have carried out again.
Yeah, the wind is kind of like, it feels like it's going in every which way, too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not going in one direction, so.
I think for the most part, it kind of feels like it's blowing in more than anything, though.
Yeah, that was a rocket though, Big George. Really found it over Wessel's head, so. It's 3-1 with runners in scoring position. Here's a shot by Matt Erickson. 1-for-1 with a strikeout.
I mean, with no outs here, you could have seen the Panthers take the route of walking Erickson, have him forced out of every base. But it looks like Gunneman's going to go right at him here, so.
Another guy that was anybody. Shot gets by McDaniel. Here's a chance to drive into. Scoring is George. Scoring is Chapman. And then bring in the other 5-1 Rock Island. The Rocks really getting Gunneman here. They're tagging him here in this third inning. The pitcher helping his own cause after having a shaky bottom half of the second. Erickson drives in 2. And the Rocks are ahead now. 5-1 is the score. So now Drake Siegel steps to the plate now for Rock Island, trying to bunt. Gunneman grabs the throw to first and retires at the first out of the inning. Advancing the runner to second, so Rock Island again with a runner in scoring position. And in this game, every time they have a guy at scoring position, they have pretty much connected on every chance.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a really good job of coming through with guys in scoring position, and that's really the reason why they're up 5-1 right now on the Panthers.
Here's the pitch from Gunneman, swung on a miss there by Graham Myers. Gunneman, hanging pitch there, high for ball 1. So 1-1 the count to Myers. And Gunneman gotta get into his zone here, try to settle down. Something you don't really see from Gunneman is him getting something like this. Here's a shot fouled behind. Hopefully no one parked their cars back there. Pitch from Gunneman. High for ball 2, so 2-2 the count. think Connor's really just got to start going right at people now. He's got to get outs here, not worry about going around guys, Got to start attacking more.
And I mean, he's got to take that guy on second base off of his mind and just worry about the batter. Big strikeout there by Gunnaman. So
gets the backwards K on Myers. His fifth K of the game, excuse me. So now Gunnaman stole that again. Erickson now steps in for the Rocks. Going to try to keep tagging onto this lead for the Rock Island Rocks. 5-1 already in the top of the third.
And this is the part of the lineup that Gunnaman has had success against, so he's looking to grab his outs here while he can against these guys.
First pitch, low for ball 1. Yeah, UT right now looking for anything possibly to just get back in and get their guys up to hit. Nice pitch there, swung on and missed by Erickson. 1-1 the count. Pitch from Gunnaman is swung on and missed there by Erickson. Nice pitch, tailing inside. Gets him to swing, so it's 1-2. Pitch from Gunnaman is outside. For ball 2 to the count.
And I think that was just a case of Gunnaman having a pitch to work with, trying to get Erickson to chase there.
Yeah,
he watched it go by, but
I expect him to try to beat on him inside here, see where Rico sets up. Here's the pitch from Gunnaman. It's high for ball 3, full count.
And that was an exceptional job there by Erickson to watch that one go by.
Yeah,
most people would chase.
Especially that high fastball, too. People love going after that. Here's the pitch. It's tipped foul. Rocking it right back at us. And don't worry, there's a fence there. I think Connor would want to try to get him inside here. He's got 2 strikes on the inside part of the plate. Here's the pitch. Fouled back again. And into the bird's nest. For some houses behind us. Now here's the Gunnaman setting up. Good at bat here by Erickson. Here's the pitch. High for ball 4. Good at bat by Erickson. A battle back in the count. Down 1-2. Gets 3 straight balls and a couple of fouls. Pitch count. It's the walk. And now runners at first and second with Peters up to bat. There for the first strike. Gunnaman got him down very quick there in the first inning, or the second inning. Let's see if we can put him down again here real fast. Pitch from Gunnaman is outside for ball 1, and the way he got him in the first at bat, I'm kind of surprised on that pitch. He tried to get him to chase outside because he threw 3 balls right at him. He swung and missed on all of them.
Yeah. Now you gotta expect him to attack here.
Here's a nice pitch swung on a miss there by Myers. By Peters, excuse me. Strike 2, 1-2 the count.
I don't know what it is, but the pitch that Gunnaman's been throwing to Peters.
Here's a pitch and swung on a miss again. He strikes out Peters for the second time. Damage was done. Nice 2 RBI double. Nice RBI double. Jake Scudder very nice in this ball game. After 2 I think it's 5-1 Rock Island. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to alongside me, Taylor Rose. UT they answered back big top half of the third for Rock Island. They up their lead to 5-1. They scored 3 in the top half. UT now coming back with the top of the order here in the bottom of the third. Harris up to bat. And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Harris. 0-1 the count early.
mean, last inning we saw the Panthers put some runners on base. They extended the inning a little bit, and they found a way to get Ellison across the plate. So they're going to look to do the same thing here against Erickson.
The big thing that they did, though, in that inning was they stayed patient. That was huge, as there's a pitch swung on and missed by Harrison. 2 pitches he's chasing here, and it's 0-2. And guys like Ellison, and especially Lucan, going through 6 straight balls, and really started working the count, got him out of a rhythm. Pitches in there for strike 3. Nice pitch placement there by Erickson to get the call at strike 3 and gets the backwards K. Now Aaron Halligan stepping in for UT. Aaron Halligan's a guy we talk about all the time. He has such a high ceiling for potential, and it's all up to him pretty much whether he can use it or not.
Yeah, and I mean, last year he was at the varsity level as a freshman, and now he's up here again as a sophomore.
Oh, that would have been a nice run placement there from the state there. Halligan, speedster. Usually see him in the leadoff role in the 2 spot in this one, and very well timed run, I think, by Halligan. Almost got it to work.
Yeah.
That would have been good to get UT in this, and then you could have looked for him to get the steal sign too.
And if he could have got that one to stay on the right side of the white chalk, he probably would have been safe down there at first.
Yeah, Sanders at third was not expecting that. And here's the pitch now. They're going to call it in there for strike 2, excuse me, so 0-2 the count. Might have looked a little bit outside from here, but nonetheless, 0-2 the count on Halligan. But again, we talk about Halligan with his high ceiling of potential, and it's all about how he uses it. And I really hope for the kid that he has a very solid season. Here's the pitch, swung on there by Halligan, a shot to center, and it'll stay up there and brought down for the second out of the inning.
Halligan's made some contact here early. Almost got one to go up the middle in his first at bat, and then he drops one to straightaway center for the flyout. So
now let's see if Sticks can get something going here. Pitcher against pitcher at bat now. Here's the pitch from Erickson to Gunneman. Tipped foul right here in front of us.
You foul it that straight back, you know you just missed it.
And Gunneman really trying to get something in. UT will take anything right now. Let's see if the pitcher can help us on cause and start a 2-hour rally here for the Panthers. Down 5-1. Here in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Erickson from the stretch. It's Gunneman, so Gunneman takes one and he'll take first. And now Ellison, first at bat he led off in the second inning. Now he's going to have a guy on.
Yeah, and he was real patient up there his first time drawing the walk, so we'll see what Ellison's going to do here. Gunneman shakes it off down there at first base.
You know, and speaking of Ellison in that first at bat, I mean, a guy like last year, sometimes his first is coming up on the varsity level. Did make all conference as a sophomore, playing second base. Really, really adapting to the role and really mature. His maturity level too has grown over the last year and change now, especially this year. And the way he's taken his mindset to the game is just so different. It's really good fun to watch this kid, how he's grown over the last couple of years here being a varsity starter.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it, how, and now we got Ellison also. Those are two guys that are going to be here next year as well. And Panthers got a lot to look forward to in the future with some good talent.
Yeah, this is also something we've talked to Connor. This is possibly the year that they could do something. Here's a chopper there to second as the throw first isn't almost pulled off, but he did get he pulled Peters off the bag. But good job by Peters to reestablish himself and slap the tag on Ellison running to first. UT can't get anything. They get a guy on first off the hit pitch on the hit batsman. So after 3 innings, Rock Island still ahead, 5-1. Oh, welcome back here, Joey Colunga. 10 in a row, Rock Island Rockets versus United Township Panthers here. Western Big Six baseball action. Rock Island going to lead off at the top of the order again. Back in Faramelli. So far in this ball game, top 5 batters for top 4 guys for Rock Island, with Faramelli, Sanders, Chapman, and George have been lights out so far for these guys, reaching base every time. Go ahead, Tanner.
In the bottom half of last inning, you saw Gunneman get hit by a pitch, so we'll see if that's going to fall out there. Yeah, the 1-1 pitch there.
pitch there by Gunneman. Really kind of frozen. And now the windup of the pitch for Guns is outside ball 2.
Hitters being abused sometimes. Well, this is a part of the lineup that Gunneman's do.
The top four guys have been really on it. He's swinging him, nice pitch, swinging him, it's there, and he gets Fairmelly to strike out. His 6th K of the game. Here in the 4th. Now the thing you need UT wants to do, obviously they're going to want to get the outs quick here, get the bats up and try to start getting guys on base, because once they start getting Chad in the 2nd inning, once they start getting guys that can like if they get guys like what Ellison and Lucan did to start off that inning, and then Wessel's bringing the runner in the bottom of the 2nd, where they get Chapman to work his pitch count to get him uncomfortable out there. That would really help him, because Erickson really work, especially him and Gunneman. They both just settle into a groove so fast. They get guys going, because they don't like seeing those pitchers out there. They take their time, step off the ball. Those are 2 guys that really go right at it. There's a pitch inside and Sanders gets in, so he'll take first base.
Talk about Connor. If he can get this the top half of the Rocks order out here without suffering any damage, you got the part of the Panthers order that had a little bit of success against Erickson there. So
you have Lucan and Wessels up, the top 2 guys coming up in the 5-6 spot for UT, and then McDaniel in the 7. That they're due on the bottom of the 4th. But anyway, 1 gone here. And now Zach Chapman, Upper Rock Island. Here's a pitch, nice pitch there. Swung and a miss by Chapman on his pitch from Gunneman. In there for strike 2. Good placement there right on the outside part of the plate. He'll try to move this guy down there. Try to get his boys back up. Have a chance to knock this lead down a little bit. Guy running. Here's the throw from Esparza. Nice throw to Ellison, right on target, and he gets Sanders out. Gunneman pitch was high for a ball. Esparza caught that, lasered that right to Ellison, and Sanders knew he had no chance on that throw. Great play there by the catcher, Esparza.
Yeah, I mean, it was a high pitch, but then it almost worked out to the Panthers' favor as they traded a ball for an out there.
Pitch inside there.
Esparza just threw that one on the rope down there to 2nd.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if Gunneman meant to put that high because of because the guy was going, but perfect placement is there's a big called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Chapman not happy with that call as that pitch really tailed inside. Not happy with that call was Chapman, and who knows anyway. Gunneman gets the third strike call, and after 3.5 innings, it's still 5-1 Rock Island. Welcome back. Joe Winkle alongside of me is Tanner Rowe, and through 3.5 innings, Rock Island leads this ball game 5-1 against the United Township Panthers as we kick off Western Big 6 baseball here. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Great day for baseball, and it's nice to see after having a long spring break, games getting canceled due to bad weather. But we're here now. The first pitch here in the bottom of the 4th is in there for strike number 1 to Lucan.
Yeah, and the off-season between basketball and baseball seemed like it was never going to end, but it's good to be back out here now.
Yeah, no kidding. We were supposed to have a quick turnaround from the end of the basketball season to baseball. A nice shot there by Lucan is right to the left fielder. As Lucan laser out, pretty much, right to Erickson out and left.
Yeah, and he gave that one a ride. Just couldn't get it to drop down there as it hung out there for the left fielder, Erickson.
It's another thing that UT's obviously going to want to do. They're going to want to find their way back onto the base paths. Stay patient at the dish, because it seems like whenever Erickson starts throwing a lot of pitches, he gets a little uncomfortable. First pitch there inside to Wessels. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. 5-1 lead for the Rocks in Game 1 of this doubleheader here to start Western Big 6 action. Big 6 games around the week, around the conference today. Albany and Moline play as well as Quincy and Galesburg. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed there by Wessels, and it is 1-1.
Wessels, who drove one up the left field line last time up to drive in the only run for the Panthers. We'll see if he can add another hit to the stat sheet here.
High and inside for ball 2. count here to Wessels. Left-handed Erickson, the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. So evens the count back up here. Erickson's been very solid ever since that shaky second inning to get these guys, might fall behind a little bit, but he gets them. And the pitch low there for ball 3. Full count now as Wessels digging in here, trying to get something going for U.T. Down 4. Through 3 and through almost 4 innings. Here's the pitch from Erickson. Swung on and missed by Wessels. And he retires the second out. Another strikeout there for Erickson. His third of the ball game.
And now McDaniel's going to come up again, and he swung on 3 high pitches last time, so we'll see if Erickson takes that same approach this time around with McDaniel at the dish.
Yeah, just like Peter's first at bat for Rock Island, he took 3 pitches and just tried to just flailing the bat out there, and didn't work for him at all. Let's see if let's see if McDaniel can come back now. Pitch was low and inside for ball 1. Second pitch from Erickson is low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Good patience there by McDaniel. A couple other guys probably would have tried to swing at that one. It was very close there on the bottom part of the strike zone. Pitch from Erickson. Swung on and dribbled. It is fair. And Erickson's going to pick it up and flip it to first. It's 3 up, 3 down here in this fourth through 4. 5-1 Rock Island. As they're going to get their bats going in the top half of the 5th. When we come back, this is a production of FTP Sports. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Joe Wink alongside me again. As always, it's Tanner Owen. Again, a great day for baseball here on the campus of United Township High School. There's UT and Rock Island battling here in a doubleheader to kick off Western Big 6 action number 4 as we're about to start the top of it. Tanner, what are your thoughts on the action so far?
Well, the Rocks have done a good job of capitalizing when they've had the chance, and they built this 5-1 lead on the Panthers. And Connor's kind of finding his groove a little bit here, so if he can hold it at 5-1, maybe the Panthers can find a way to answer back here.
Yes, Cullen George steps in for ball 1. George, great game so far. 2 for 2 doubles and 2 on the eyes. There's a shot high in the foul territory, and it's going to go points. Not even get to find it. In the top half of the order, the top 3 in the first. Going down the top 3 in the beginning of the 4th, but like we said earlier, the top 4 guys, and George, Chapman, Sanders, and Caramelli have really been, this lead.
Out here, then he's going to be working with the bottom half of the order again.
George shot at the middle. Lucan bobbles it, and getting the first will be Cullen George. Rice watches that one, and
2 rare errors in this game.
Yeah, for a guy that rarely commits any at all. Very shocking start here by now reaches base again with Jake Scudder watching it.
And I mean, every time the Panthers have made a mistake, the Rocks have done a good job to capitalize on it. So.
Yeah, let's see if they can capitalize again on this batting. Actually trying to help his own cause some more. They're going to try to add on to this lead as much as they can. Pickoff attempt. Nothing going. would have been very close. That one real close, though, and Van's not liking the call. He's going to try to find a way to possibly turn two with Erickson at the dish. Bunt laid down by Erickson. Nice bunt. And kind of in time for the first out.
And that's really how the Rocks have been, have had their success today. Playing a little small ball when they get a guy on first, moving him over, and then they've always found a way to drive him in, so they're looking to do the same here.
Tracy let the dish down for the Rocks. You know, you always, that the guys that got the top guys, the middle of the order, the middle of the bottom half of the order, really haven't done a job. I've seen them carrying out there, right? Wessel's up there, tagging, and advancing the third. Rock Island. Good job by Wessels to get under that ball, though, after that ball just felt like it was hanging up there, and would have been tough for anyone else probably to try to run under and grab it.
Yeah, another one of those balls that just hung up there in the wind, and tough play out there in right field for Wessels.
So here's the pitch coming in there for the right one. Together. Be interesting to see if he can do that. But anyway, here's the pitch. Nice pitch there, just a little bit high. He ends the count back up at 2-2. The pitch is in there for strike three. Nice placement there. And he rocketed that right down there. Myers didn't like. I don't know if he liked the call or he was mad at himself, but that was a clear-cut strike because he rocketed that right in the strike zone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Panthers needed here going into the bottom of the fifth. So we'll look to see if they can get the bats going.
Over to bench on those 5.5 innings. Rock Island still leads the Panthers. This is Western Big Six baseball here. Welcome back, joining alongside me, Tanner Rose. We start the bottom of the fifth. The Spars are going to try to get things going here for United Township. His first pitch is a bunt that hops right back here. The Spars are trying to catch him off guard with a bunt. Second guy that's attempted to lay one down here. And both times, opposing team really not possibly thinking about it, but both of them have gone foul. There's a shot there by Esparza right behind.
And we saw it in the second inning. I'm going to say it again. The key to success is getting this leadoff hitter on base and working off of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, the guy's got to be patient. Sometimes these guys at the dish, they get a little impatient and try to chase at everything, and they try to get everything on one swing instead of trying to work base hits and find holes in the outfield and stuff like that. As there's a pitch, nice pitch there, swung on and missed by Esparza. Skaggs now. The leadoff hitter Harris on deck. Bottom of the fifth, 5-1 Rock Island lead. Here is the pitch from Erickson inside for. They're going to call a strike there. 0-1 the count.
And even though it was a called strike, I like the take there by Skaggs.
Pitch there by Erickson, swung on a high fly ball. This is one of those balls in by Peters. Now, excuse me, the second. as Skaggs just put one up there and it hung up in the air forever. So 2 gone, excuse me, the leadoff hitter Harris. Wearing number 8. Trying to get someone on base with Halligan. Here's the pitcher, Erickson. Harris attempting to lay one down.
It's heads up there by Harris. I mean, with the way that the third baseman was playing back on him there, it's a good attempt to lay one down.
Yeah, try to get something going, possibly bad day attempting. Tip there. On Harris. Erickson going to try to sit him down for the second time today. And the pitch is high for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Here on Harris. Again, Joe Winkle alongside of me, Tanner. I want to thank everybody listening in. U.T. against Rock here in Western Big 6 action. Here is the pitch. And a fly ball down the left field line, foul.
And if you're the Panthers, you want Harris to have a good at bat here.
Try to start a rally possibly, yeah, but here's a pitch swung on and missed just as we say it. Harris strikes out. So after 5, it is 5-1 Rock Island as we move into the top of the 6th. Rocks lead by 4. This is Western Big 6 baseball, and a production of FTP Sports. Hello, welcome back. Joe Winkle alongside me, Tanner Rowe here to start the 6th inning of baseball here at UT Rock Island. Here's a shot fouled off behind us. Mitch Erickson at the dish. Rocks up 5-1. Especially the way Matt Erickson's pitching today for the Rock Island Rocks.
Yeah, the Panthers had a good chance in that second inning to do some damage. Erickson kept the good situation here in this one. Over these past 4 innings.
Yeah. Yet again. Sarah from Gunneman is low for ball 2. Wind blowing in really hard right now. Lead for the Rocks. Gunneman outside for ball 4. Walks the lead off man. And Erickson. Still no one up and throwing for UT. Are you surprised by that at all?
Now it looks like
Raymond Taranis is walking. I don't know if he's going to be warming up. Let's see. Yeah, Raymond Taranis is warming up now in the bullpen. Nothing going again.
yeah, as soon as the Rocks got that first guy on base, they sent Toronto's down to the bullpen, so.
Dribbler there out in third. Skaggs with a nice throw there first to get the man out. So Peters now 0-3 on the head. Nice job there by Skaggs to get up and field that ball. And third base over the last couple years has been a really bad vibe spot for the Panthers over the last, with Skaggs and also Maxfield, who has decided not to play this year for UT. Those two guys last year really could never find a comfortable place there at third base. They would always have their troubles, it seemed like.
Yeah, and I mean, ever since Jordan left from third base, after he graduated. The Panthers really haven't found someone to fill that role, and those are obviously big shoes to fill. So Skaggs can get things down there at third base this year. A solid player for the Panthers.
Here's the pitch and a shot there to Ellison. Ellison fields it cleanly. The throw to first to McDaniel is in time for the second out. Miller for the second straight time. Forward. Now here comes Sanders for Rock Island. Going here. 2-out rally. Runner on third. Here's the pitch outside. Line outside. Ball one. Mitch Erickson at third base.
You gotta wonder if he's done after this or if he'll come back out.
Here's a shot right to Lucan as Lucan catches. Nice play there by Lucan to not let that ball get by him. And after 5.5, possible. Be interesting to see if Gunneman's day is done on the mound after that. But after 5.5 innings, we go to the bottom of the sixth. It is 5-1 Rock Island. Here we go, about to start the bottom half of the sixth inning. UT down 4, meaning all things to go their way here in the last 2 innings of the ball game in the sixth and the seventh to have a chance to pull out a win. The 2-3-4 hitters coming up for the Panthers: Halligan, Gunneman, and Ellison. Let's see if these guys can get something going here for UT to try to start a rally down the floor now.
And you talk about how Halligan sometimes hits in that leadoff role for the top of the games for the Panthers, and now he gets the lead off here in this inning, so he can definitely find a way to get on base here.
Here's the pitch to Halligan, outside for ball one. And again, like the big key always is for UT. You gotta work the count in favor of them, because once it always seems that once here's a shot by Halligan. It is going to be hauled in by Peters. Nice range here in foul territory. First out of the inning. As like we were saying, it seems once UT starts moving the count in their favor, it's a little shaky up there. Haven't seen that really since the fourth inning. Things started getting a little shaky in the fourth, but they kind of got out of what's going on. Really pitch foul. There by Gunneman, and that's going to get into the gap. Gunneman rounding first is going to get to the fence. Almost to the fence at least, and now Gunneman is going to be held up in second. A stand-up double by Gunneman. Now let's see if Ellison's going to come up and possibly have a chance to drive him in and try to work this lead down. At times when base runners have gotten on, Erickson's gotten a little shaky. Ellison's going to try to do something.
I mean, that's right there is exactly what Gunneman can do at the dish. He likes to find those gaps out there in the outfield and drive the ball for an extra base hit. You see him hit a lot of triples, and there he gets the standing double.
Yeah, good shot finding the gap. Now it's all if Ellison can do the same. Lucan on deck. From the stretch, Erickson. Two, so 2-0 the count. Right now, I mean, this is what Ellison did in his first at bat. He got walked on 4 straight pitches. Lucan came in, stole the base, and Lucan came in, drove him there, and then Wessels brought him in. So this could be a start of something possibly for your team with 1 out. Here's a pitch swung on and missed there by Ellison.
Last time the Panthers had runners threatening, Erickson did struggle to find the strike zone. This is obviously a key time in this game for the Panthers. That's right.
No doubt about that at all. Here's Mitch Erickson, shot there by Ellison, man, behind. could possibly, hopefully bring him in. As a pitch there, nice pitch swung by Ellison, and right as you think there's a sheer light for the Panthers, it's shut down with another great pitch from Harrison to get Ellison swinging. Ellison not happy walking into the right back to Harrison. Harrison the time. The possible scare by the double from Gunneman. Nothing going though after that. And Erickson continues his outstanding kick. It's the next two guys to get out. So after 6, we move to the final inning. Top of the 7th. It is still 5-1 Rock Island. This is a production of FTP Sports. Alongside me, Tanner Rose. Final inning here, game number 1 of this doubleheader between Rock Island and United Township. About to start the 7th. Tanner, going into the 7th inning, what are you looking for here?
Well, I mean, Donovan's going to get a chance to finish the game he started. Gave up 5 runs in this one, but his composure a little bit. He's just got to hold the rocks here and hope things can translate in the bottom half of this inning for the Panthers.
First pitch there from Gunneman, then there's strike number 1 to Zach Chapman. Chapman 2 of 4 today. 2 of 3 today, excuse me. His 4th at bat here. Here is the pitch from Gunneman. Swung on, and nice grab there by Ellison. The throw to first is in time. Nice gem there by number 12, Mitch Ellison at second. To diving play, and the throw to first.
Yeah, and I mean, it would have been a terrible situation had the Panthers allowed that first batter to reach base, and good save there by Ellison.
Beautiful play there by Ellison. And those are the ones for UT where usually they're about to get by, but that's a great play there to save that base hit and to get him out. First pitch there to George, low for ball 1, excuse me. Here's the pitch from Gunneman. Swung on a fly ball to left. Running back after it is Harris. Back at the wall, and it is off the fence. George is going to hold up at second. A nice shot there by George. 3 of 4 today, and like I said earlier, Scudder in the dugout watching. The guy that usually plays this spot's got to be smiling with this guy coming in. For him hurt so far in this ball game. Really playing well. 3 of 4 now with another double.
Yeah, and I mean, the Rocks have to be pleased with his production today. Like I said before, big shoes to fill, but he's doing a perfect job here.
Yeah, two shots, one to right that skipped to the fence, and the other that one that went off the fence. So here's a shot by Erickson. Nice snag by McDaniel to throw back to second. And the throw to short. It was a bad throw. That would have been nice there. McDaniel with a good snag at first, but it was a low throw to Lucan.
They had George trapped between second and third.
Yeah.
That's just a throw you got to take your time on it, make sure it gets there.
Because he had no intentions really even trying to go back because there was no way he would have.
You're right.
So you just got to take your time there. But a mistake by the sophomore, his 3rd error in the game. He's let it come and pass it. And there's a bad throw. There's a shot right to the left of the out. There by Siegel. So now we move to the bottom half of the 7th. UT down 4, needing 4 to tie to keep this game alive.
Last call.
Last call coming up for the Panthers in game 1 of this doubleheader. Rocky 5, UT 1 after 6.5. We'll be right back for the final half of this ball game here. This is a production of FTP Sports. Here we go with the bottom half of the 7th inning. Wessel's coming up for UT. Trying to get things going. Wessel's McDaniel. The first 2 up. Here. In the bottom half of the 7th inning. UT's last at bats here in this one. Here comes Erickson, the windup. right there. The throw to first. Not time, but run it out as it's going to go out of play, so he's going to get the second. A good start here by UT in the bottom half of the seventh. And now McDaniel really is struggling from the plate today. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And let's see if he can finally get something going with the Spurs on deck. Yeah, in the bottom of the seventh.
McDaniel hasn't been afraid to swing the bat today, so if he can catch some contact, he might be able to find a way on base and drive Wessels around.
Here's the pitch. McDaniel gets a hold of it. It is moving foul. Stay foul as it goes outside of the mark.
Looks like a long ways.
Yeah, he's got that nice body, especially for a first baseman. But the thing is, he's a little tentative sometimes. He's not afraid to swing it, but it just looks like it's a little tentative when he brings it across. Let's see if he does something now. Nice shot there again. High fly ball to left center. It is hauled in. Wessels thought about tagging up, but he doesn't. But a good shot there by McDaniel. That would have been nice if that could carry. That ball did hang up there for a while. Now it's time for Esparza. Skaggs on deck, one gone. And Wessels at second.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for much more out of McDaniel there. He gave that one a ride to left field, and Erickson really had to make a tough play on it because of the wind, so you can't ask for much more. It just so happens that the Rocks got the out there.
Yeah, you're right, so not much you can do. Here's the first pitch outside the Esparza. And you got to think if that was anywhere else in the ballpark, you got to believe Wessels was going to try to tag to get the third, because right now UT is going to be very aggressive on the base paths and everything else right now to try to get things going.
Yeah, you got to take every run you can get now.
Here is the pitch from Erickson as far as outside for ball 2. And if these next two guys get on cleanly for UT, it'll be interesting to see if they let Zach Harris swing the bat here and not bring in a pinch runner. Harris 0 for 3 on the game, but that is a couple batters down the road with one gone. He is the leadoff hitter of the 8-9 still here. This is the 8, and as far as a pitch, and there for strike number 1 on the. So 2-1 now the count.
So now with the strike on the count, Esparza's going to get the bat.
And there for ball 3, so 3-1 the count now, and really trying to work the count of Erickson and try to get things going. Then Skaggs on deck. Esparza hoping to get a hit here, possibly if he doesn't get walked or strike out. If Erickson can come back from this 3-1 deficit. Nice shot there up the middle, and it gets through. Wessels is going to round third, and he will score. So they cut it down to 3. A rocket shot up the middle that got through Chapman and short. I thought he fielded that cleanly, but it got through him apparently. And now here comes Skaggs at the dish. Spaghettis is going to be the pitch courtesy runner for the catcher. Esparza. Let's see now if they give Spaghettis the sign to go on the steal attempt. Do you think that they will they will give him the sign to run?
Well, I mean, you got to be aggressive out there, and I think he's going to have the freedom to run, but on the right pitch. So if he sees something that he likes out there, I think you can see him take off.
He's getting a very sizable lead off. Let's see if Erickson tries to pick him off. First pitch in there for strike 1 on Skaggs. Obviously now Rock Island's got to be looking for anything to get to here to end this thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Panthers, you got to do everything in your power to avoid the double play.
Spaghettis with a nice size lead off again. Here's the pitch. Fly ball there by Skaggs in the infield. And it is caught there by Chapman, 2 down. And Zach Harris, now the leadoff hitter for the Panthers, is going to try to get something going with 2 outs here with the man on first in the bottom of the 7th.
The Panthers just got to hope now that the top of the order can get a little 2-out rally going here. So they got 3 runs to make up still.
Let's see. In their case, hopefully they can find something to happen here. Trying to make this first game of this doubleheader interesting. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 called on the outside part of the plate to Harris.
Harris is a guy that can pitch if it's inside.
Yeah, Yeah, no kidding. He's been hit plenty of times this year. He's been hit in at least every game this season, so he is very close to that plate. Here's the pitch. Outside, strike 2 called on the outside part of the plate. Both pitches pretty much on the outside part. Painting the corners is Erickson with 0-2, 1 strike away from ending this ball game. Trying to finish what he started, Erickson from the stretch. 0-2 count to Harris. The pitch is swung on and missed, and that's the ball game. And Erickson completes the shutout. Rock Island takes the first game of this Western Big Six scheduled season. The game of 5-2 player of the game has got to be Matt Erickson. Co-player of the game is him, and also Cullen George. 2 very solid performances. George went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles in this ball game. Erickson goes 7 strong with 6 strikeouts. Very solid performance by him.
Yeah, and great pitching performance there by Erickson today. He got in a little trouble in the second. Gotta like the production from the back of catcher George filling in for Scudder. 3 big goals here today for the Rocks, and
2 RBIs to go along with it.
Yeah, a couple RBIs. So his production was huge for the Rocks. And still got 1 more to play, so the Panthers will see if they can pick up a victory in the next one. As West will come out for the Panthers.
We're going to take a quick break here. Game number 2 of this doubleheader. One thing joined alongside me, Tanner Rowe. Rock Island takes game 1, 5-2 against UT. We'll be back for game number 2. This is a production of FTP Sports. Welcome back. Joe Wank alongside of me, Tanner Rose. We start game 2 of this doubleheader between the Rock Island Rocks and the United Township Panthers. For the first at bat of game number 2 is Derek Wilson. As we start game number 2, keeps picking up here at UT. Tanner, what are you expecting? What are you expecting different in this ball game than there was in the first?
I mean, the Steelers are going to be calmed a little more now that they got that first game out of the way. And
nasty pitch there by Wessel, swung on and missed.
The Panthers are going to look to come back and even up this series now and throw a loss in the Rocks column for Western Big Six play.
And even a split was good to start the season. As Wessel's, the righties, wind up getting the pitch is outside for number 2. His pitch count might be limited due to his arm. He's had shoulder problems, but his pitches are very, very nasty when he gets going.
Yeah, and his last outing, he pitched a pretty good game. Obviously, his pitch count was limited.
Strike 3 called there as Wessels throws the fastball right by him as we start this game off with a strikeout. One big thing here, obviously, a big key, is that UT is going to want to have a better start than they did the first game and not let any runs come across the top after the first. But anyway, you're talking Derek Wessels threw 33 pitches in 5 innings of work, and only have 33 pitches in almost 5 innings of work in that game is very good. And that just shows you the pitcher's duel that they had Tuesday against Girard. Here's the first pitch to Sanders, grounded past second base, and Sanders will reach.
Yeah, and
I mean, nice place hit for Sanders.
Here in this second game for the Panthers, if they can clean up the fielding, they're going to give themselves a pretty good shot to win this one. That's really what killed them the last time around.
Chapman now coming up here for Rock Island is Zach Chapman. He pitched he's pitching in this game. Solid game in the second. I mean, no changes in the lineup for Rock Island in this ball game, other than the fact that Bailey Gaskin is going to be in this ball game for the Rocks. Here's the pitch from Wessels from the stretch, 1 gone, and it is a shot to second. And Halligan can't make the beat on the play, rounding second and going through to Sanders. He will make it safe. As a second has now tagged out is Chapman. Good play there as they tried to throw the third to get Sanders out. It went over his head. Comes up with it. And the tag is placed. Good fielding there by UT to stop the run. Gone now with a runner at third.
Yeah, that's a big out for the Panthers to pick up right there. Looking awkwardly after that got the out at second.
Halligan from center to short there in second in this game. It's going to take center to stop. This is out right field for UT. Here's the pitch from Wessels. Ball low. The righty Wessels in this ball game. As we had 2 lefties match up in the first game, we're going to have 2 righties in this one. as Cullen George up for Rock Island. If there's anyone you want on the first inning, Rock Island has a shot there to short. And Lucan can't get it, and Cullen George again comes up and drives in another run. His third RBI of the day. He went 3 for 4 in game 1, and I was just going to say, if there was anybody you wanted at the dish in that situation in this early in the game, it's Cullen George, especially the way he played in the first game.
Yeah, talk about staying hot. I mean, another big RBI right there after having such a big first game. And
yeah, you're right. Jake Walker now sets it as the courtesy runner. So now here is the last game. Matt Erickson, after throwing a gem, one player of the game,